Hi, my name is Brady, and I chose to go on the mission trip to Southeast Asia because I felt a calling to go, and it was a great opportunity.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I went on the trip to Southeast Asia because I felt a calling to go and make disciples of all nations and just share the gospel with the people over there because they're one of the most lost countries. And so just going there gave me a great opportunity to share the word with others.
Hi, my name's Becca. I wanted to go on the trip to Southeast Asia because I've always felt called to missions, and I was hoping that this trip would give me some clarity on where I want to go or how I want to serve. And when I heard about it, I felt like it was something I really needed to do.
The city we went to was very broken. I think, was it like 90% of people were lost in the city, and all the people that did believe in religion were Buddhist or they did ancestral worship. So it was very sad to see that they didn't know the story of Christ.
I was a little nervous for the flight over there because I'm terrified of planes, but it was actually really fun and I enjoyed it a lot. And the culture there was such a great experience, and I'm glad I got to go and got over my fear and got to share the word.
One of the ministries we did was going to parks and just meeting people and getting a chance to talk with them and letting people practice their English. And we met this one couple, and while people were playing games with the husband, we got the chance to talk with Min, his wife, and she was really curious about what we were doing there and why we were, talking to them. And we got the chance to openly share the gospel with her, and she had so many questions about it, and it was really cool to see how much she was able to take out of it. And even though people aren't going to get saved right off the bat, it was really cool that we got that seed planted and that she was able to hear us talk to her about it.
So we did some English clubs while we were over there, and they were really cool the way that they were formatted because they got to learn new English words, but that also correlated to the gospel story, so we got to share that with them as well. And one of the questions they asked was how the world was created, so we got to talk with one of the guys there. His name is Elvis, and he had a different view on how the world was created, so we got to exchange beliefs on that, and he was very open to hear the gospel story of how God created the world, which is really cool.
The ministry we did in the parks was crucial to our entire trip because we were able to connect with the people around us and able to see just how much stuff is like here in the United States, where we can do the same thing that we're doing there.
One of the most impactful moments for me on this trip was we got to go to an orphanage that was part of a Buddhist temple, and I got to love on the kids there and just pray over them. And knowing that adoption over there is not a thing was kind of hard, and it hit me. And just knowing that those kids might not ever have a family really impacted me on just continuously praying over them, and it opened my eyes to other mission opportunities that I could have in the future, because working with kids is something I'm really good at, so it opened my eyes to see that I could do that in the future.
One of the most impactful things that we did on the mission trip for me was going to the English clubs. We got to meet with people and build relationships, and now we can text back and forth, and hearing them hear the gospel for the first time was really impactful for me because now I can take that and bring it home and share with others here too.
My most impactful moment was when we went to the Christian orphanage. I was really able to connect with a hard of hearing kid there, and I taught him some sign language from here in the United States, and just building that connection was amazing.
I think this experience has shown me that if we're able to go overseas to share with people, that we should just as easily do it here. And our classmates and our teachers are just as lost as the people there. So it just shows the importance of sharing the gospel and how we can pray for people there and here.
My experience impacted me missionally because it really did open my eyes up to just how many people are lost, and how even where I am today, there's so many lost people, and I can do the same thing that we did on that mission trip and bring it home here and just be bold in my faith and share the gospel with others.
My experience over there impacted me because we got to talk to people just in the park and out in the open, and we got to share the gospel with them, and that's something that we could easily do here. So it wasn't something that I really realized that we could do until we went over there. It's such a small thing, but it made such a big impact with the relationships that we built with the people in the park that we got to talk to, and it's something that we could just do here, and it's a simple conversation and 5 minutes of your day to just share the gospel with someone.
Thank you very much for praying for us and giving so that we could go make disciples in Southeast Asia.
Thank you so much for praying and giving for this trip so that we could go make disciples of all nations.
Thank you for praying and giving so we can make disciples in Southeast Asia.